How one man's trash can be turned into a treasure is another one's treasure, can be used to supersize and grow your business. I've got toilet paper rolls here, which is kind of hilarious, and a bunch of rocks. I come from a very long line of rock collectors and rock people. Let's talk about, and both of these stories actually involve my grandmother. My grandmother and my grandfather were very, very absolutely incredible people, but they didn't have a lot of money. They worked really hard. My grandfather worked for Uniroyal his entire life. Well, he had a gas station, but then he went to the war and then he worked for Uniroyal. And so he worked swing shifts all his life, raising 5 daughters. And there were 15 of us grandchildren, and then I don't remember, 29 great-grandchildren and 9 great-great-grandchildren when my grandmother died last year at just a month shy of 100 years old. So one year, she and my grandfather collected their toilet paper rolls for the whole year, and they wrapped money around them. I just have $1 here. They wrapped money around them and then wrapped them as presents for all of us kids, all of us grandkids, and all of us great-grandkids. And here's a couple that shouldn't have been giving us gifts anyway, because they needed the money to live themselves, that they found a way to turn trash into a treasure, something that we treasured. And I still remember that they did that today to be able to pass that story on. The other story has to do with rocks. Some people think rocks are just ridiculous and there's no value to rocks, but other people take rocks and turn them into products and services that people find very valuable and pay money for. So one man's trash can be another man's treasure. How do we use this in our business? Where does this expression come from? I've used this expression a lot and heard this expression a lot throughout my life. Remember, my ex-husband used to find stuff I'd have around the house, and he would call it my hidden treasures, because I would always have stuff that I knew he wouldn't approve of, craft things and things that I'd buy for the kids in different places. And whenever he would discover one, he'd say, oh, another one of Sharon's little hidden treasures. This expression came from the Athenian oracle in 1703, and it's probably much older than that, but something that one person values that another person doesn't, or doesn't think is as valuable. It's kind of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? What's beautiful to me might be ugly to you. You know, I honestly think rocks are beautiful, but you might think, oh, that's just a dumb white rock. But someone else might take this same rock, like my grandmother used to, polish it up, and then cut it and set it in a piece of jewelry. Now, I wish I had a piece of her jewelry to show you, because it was absolutely beautiful. She would take just a seemingly normal rock and make it something absolutely beautiful. So it became a treasure. So how can we make this applicable to our businesses? Well, number one, know what's of value to the people that you serve. You want to make sure that you're supporting them in ways that they find valuable. Business is actually just an exchange of value, right? We think it's selling things, but selling things is just an exchange of value. You're providing someone a solution to a problem, or providing them with a product or service that they want in exchange for money. It's a value exchange. It's always a value exchange, not just a monetary exchange. So you can reuse, recycle, repurpose things. You can create whole business models are actually created around this whole concept, where we donate things to Goodwill and other charities turns around and sells those things so that they can have money to provide and support the services that they find of value and interest to them or to their customers. We can use it to create creative customer experiences. We can make sure that their experiences are something that is in line with what's important to them, what they value, what they are interested in, what they care about. And so it's a great idiom. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to remember, because number one, we live in a planet that we want to make sure that we're taking care of and being good stewards to. And one of the ways we can make the world a better place is by reusing, recycling, repurposing, finding ways to cut out waste and things that are unnecessary in our business. One thing, my corporate career was all about quality and making sure that we were giving the customer exactly what they wanted, and then a little bit more if we could, in terms of value. But that meant we were giving them perfect products. Well, along the way in the process, some of the products and services we created weren't perfect. Well, what do you do with those then? What do you do with the things that are less than perfect, that your company, your brand doesn't want to sell as good 100% profit, but it's actually perfectly good, suitable material? We need to find ways to deal with that in a way that doesn't just fill up our landfills, right? So I'd love to know your experience with one man's trash is another man's treasure. I've got lots of stories about this. If you'd like to hear more, just hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, share your stories, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how could you use it in your life right now and your business right now? Take care. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.